If you want to become a paid content creator in 2026, this is the perfect video for you. I'm going to share with you everything that I know and how I built my brand from the ground up to be able to actually get paid brand deals, and what I would do if I were you, if you were just getting started or if you've already been in the game for a while. I've actually done brand partnerships with Essence, Smart Water, ManyChat, ConvertKit, Thinkific, Teachable. I've literally done brand partnerships with so many brands. Hey, my name is Candace Janae. I'm a digital marketing and automation strategist and content creator. I recently transitioned from business coaching into full-time content creation. Literally, I have made so much money over the years from brand deals, but I've done it more so sporadically. And in recent years, I have focused in on making so much more money by way of brand deals and brand partnerships. And so I'm going to share with you the things that I know and have learned to land 5-figure brand deals, high 4-figure brand deals, and even the paid $1,000 brand deals that I got when I was first starting out. So let's get straight to it. All right, so the first thing when it comes to becoming a content creator, and I know everybody says this, but it's true. You have to figure out what your niche is. Now, don't stop the video right now. I need you to keep on listening. It's not just about your niche, because I think sometimes when people say niche, you end up getting a lot of confused. Like you end up being like, well, what am I gonna focus on? I don't know. But that's literally it. Like your niche is just what your focus is going to be. And so for me, one of the things I love to tell my clients, because I did a lot of business coaching over the years, is that you are the niche. Perfect example. Me, myself, and I love beauty. Okay, I love getting my nails done. I like my hair to be laid. I like my outfits. So that's beauty and fashion. That's a part of my life. And one of the things that really helped me, like I'm a believer, I love the Lord, so I'm always gonna talk about him. But for me, God kept telling me, Candace, share your life. I had built a social media following of over 30,000 people. Now I have over 70,000 people online that follow me. Honestly, I wasn't really leveraging sharing my life. I would just show the highlights. I was kind of just, telling people, hey, here's how to build and grow a business, but I wasn't really sharing my life. And when I made the transition to sharing my life, you love to eat. I'm a foodie, like I'm a huge foodie. I be writing Google reviews all the time. And so because I always write a lot of Google reviews and I have a lot of videos of my food in my phone because I write so many Google reviews, I was like, why don't I just share this online? That's what I started doing. You are the niche, like you are the thing that brings it all together. So for me, I love faith, fashion, travel, beauty, fitness. All of that stuff is lifestyle for me. I travel often, so I'm always getting on a plane. I'm going on vacation somewhere. I'm also, speaking on stages. That's a lifestyle thing. I'm at the gym. That's lifestyle because I lost 80 pounds and I share that with the world. So it's like there's so many different aspects that you can share, but I know sometimes you feel like, oh, if I'm gonna be a content creator, I gotta share my entire life. You do not have to share your entire life. Only share what you feel comfortable talking about. Like I've gone through breakups, I've gone through dating and getting it wrong and all this stuff and didn't share that online. When I do share stuff like that online, it's only the type of stuff that I feel comfortable sharing. I'm not sharing when I'm going through the trenches and I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm sharing when I am able to share from a place of strength to actually add value to people's lives in a meaningful way. All right. Another huge thing about me, I love home decor. Like I really want to completely redo my entire apartment. I redid my bedroom over the summer, and in redoing my bedroom over the summer, that actually helped me to impact so many people because in my story, I shared basically, hey, here's how I redid my bedroom. And I was sharing the process in my Instagram stories. Then I made, here's the update on my home decor stuff, all of that stuff. All of it matters. So you might be wondering, okay, well, what is my niche? You might be your niche. Think about all the things that you like, bring that together and figure out how you can talk about that stuff online. I'm not a chef. I don't like cooking. But I will cook for survival and fitness, baby. Survival of the fittest. Cause baby, what Drake say in that one song? Stomach on flat, okay? Fill in the blanks after that, okay? If you know, you know. But I like to be in shape, child. I wanna look good. And And so I eat for survival and cook for survival. So I'm gonna broil some salmon and make some vegetables. If I feel like sharing that content, it would be shared from a place of, oh, here's what I'm eating to stay in shape. Here's what I'm cooking. Not, hey, here's this amazing recipe because I'm a chef. All right, I ain't the one. But you might be, and people might want to see that, okay? Figure out what your niche is and then be consistent. Since July 1st of 2025. Now, before that, I used to be consistent, but I had like a little, pause or whatever. From being consistent, posting every single day on Instagram from July 1st. That has literally changed the game for me. It has forced me to create content even when I didn't feel like it. It has forced me to repurpose old content that I had in my phone and put a video on top of it. And a lot of times the video and the content that I didn't really take too much time on was the stuff that went viral. So if you're looking for a tool that you can actually repurpose your content, and maybe you have content from other platforms like Instagram and you want to put it on TikTok and make it really easy, I actually am going to drop down below the link to a tool that I use. It's called repurpose.io, and that literally is going to change the game for you if you want to do repurposing of your content and putting it on more platforms. That's what I've been focusing on here lately, putting more of my content that I've posted on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on TikTok, and also on YouTube Shorts. And so that's a really great way to just be consistent on multiple platforms, but show up where your audience is gonna be. Once you figured out your niche and you decided to be consistent, your next step is going to be something that is really, really important. And that's having a media kit. So what does having a media kit look like? Having a media kit means that you're pulling together a place that says, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, these are the things I focus on when it comes to content creation, and here are some examples of content that I've created, and here's the email to contact me. Show your stats, make it super simple, okay? It don't have to be that complex, right? Have a media kit, but beyond the media kit, you want to have this next thing that's really, 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 really important is you want to have a professional email address. So you don't want it to be CandiceJanae@gmail.com. You don't want that to be it. You want it to be something like booking@CandiceJanae.com or hello@CandiceJanae.com. You want to buy the domain and actually set up a professional email so that you can be seen professionally by brands. And then that way that partnerships email can be connected to your media kit. That's super helpful. And make sure that you put that email address in your profiles on social media for connecting with you. So like on Instagram, on YouTube, on whatever platform you are, make sure you list that email right there, okay? Make sure you list that right there. Now this next one is going to be what actually helps you to get the money. Getting brand deals isn't about what you really think it's about. Getting brand deals is literally about showing up, creating consistent content, and the brands that you want to work with, they are going to find you with your intentional content. I'm gonna get into that in a second, but you literally have to show up, create the content, be professional, and stand out, because that's what's going to help you to stand out. Now this next thing is to learn to negotiate, right? And when it comes to building your brand as a content creator, and if you want to be paid, of course you're going to create content that's going to attract the right brands. But when these brands come to you, you need to figure out how to negotiate your prices. They're going to come to you, they're going to ask you, what are your rates? You need to be prepared. You don't need to be scared telling them what your rates are. You need to be prepared. Tell them what your rates are. Learn to negotiate, learn to figure out what they're looking for, and get paid for your content. Or sometimes they'll tell you, hey, this is how much money we have for this particular brand campaign. Can you do it? Yes or no? If it's not what you want, you need to learn how to negotiate so that you're not creating a bunch of content and then feeling drained because you're not getting paid what you feel like you need to be getting paid. Now, I have a resource called Monetize Your Audience. It is a paid resource, but I'm going to link that down below because it is my course where I literally teach you everything that I know about getting brand deals and how I even landed my first 5-figure brand deal and how I get high paid brand deals over the years. In addition to learning how to negotiate, you need to actually create content that is going to attract brands. So what does that look like? Create content with products that you already have. So if there are products and services that you're already using, tell people about it. Create organic content about it. You do your press on nails, and tell people, hey, here's where I got my press on nails. Create content, tag the brands, be visible. So you want to create content that is going to position yourself to look like a content creator, even if you're not a content creator yet. So So create the content looking like a real content creator, because you are, right? Create the content, show up. Oh, I got this hair from blah, blah, blah. Talk about, oh, my favorite lip gloss is, oh, I got these nails from, like literally just share your life. If you go out to dinner and you want to be a content creator that gets brand deals for food, that's one of the major ways that I was able to really be consistent online. I took content that I had from my phone from visiting restaurants and I made content about it. Every time I went out to eat, I filmed content as if I was a content creator exploring that restaurant for the first time. So I just want you to be intentional with your content. And if you really want to be paid, you got to do it the right way and create content that brands actually want to see. Now, this last thing is going to actually help you get more paid brand deals, but it's a stepping stone, and it's to get on PR lists. There are so many PR lists. There are brands that will send you PR. And what does that mean? They'll send you products that you can try and test out, even if you don't have a large following. So one of the best things you can do is go over on TikTok and do PR email lists, right? For beauty brands or whatever. And there are going to be so many products that you see that people are going to tell you, hey, here's the email contacts for these particular people who give you PR. Create content with that. So the same way that if you're buying your own stuff and you're creating content with these products that you're naturally using and naturally buying, you can do the same thing with PR. Get brands to send you stuff and you can create content. Now, the thing with PR is PR does not mean that you are guaranteed to have to force a post, right? But if you get PR and you decide to post and create content around that, that's on you. If you are in a place where you want to leverage PR and create content, you absolutely should. But a brand shouldn't be coming to you basically telling you like, hey girl, post this in exchange for free content. And it's like, I mean, sometimes you can do that if you're getting started. Like I did that with Fabletics when I was getting started. They sent me free stuff, workout clothes, stuff that I liked anyways. And baby, I would continue to post about it. I get free stuff. And I was fine with posting about it in exchange for that. But if you're on a PR list, that does not mean that you need to create a set of deliverables and a set of content without essentially getting paid for it. So you just decide what you want to do with that. So if I was getting started with content creation and wanted to be a paid content creator in 2026, I will follow these steps and make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. And I want to remind you that this is so possible for you. So I want to list a couple of brands that I've worked with. I've actually done brand partnerships with Essence, Smart Water, ManyChat, ConvertKit, Thinkific, Teachable. I've literally done brand partnerships with so many brands. If you like this video, I need you to comment down below what was your favorite thing, and if you have any questions for me, please do let me know. If you're a new follower, tell me in the chat so I can welcome you. But I'm so excited that you have hung out with me here today. I'll see you on the next video.